Welcome back. Today we're going to go over what to do in addition to these videos. So on my channel there's several playlists. There's the Art of Math playlist, the English Language Arts, Educational Philosophy and General Principles, and other series. And so one of my subscribers had a fantastic question. It was related to a specific thing, but the question was, is going through the Art of Math series going to be all that I need? And sadly, the answer is no. So here I want to tell you guys how you can supplement the series. Alright, so there's going to be three main points. So I would say, first of all, the videos that I'm going to have for the Art of Math series or any other series on the channel, that's going to be like your foundation. That's going to be the theory, a very structured sort of course, particularly for the math, and it's going to have a lot of good habits so you do things right. Okay. And not, when I say right, I don't mean like the way that Ilya wants you to do, just like good habits. Okay, so that's going to be your bread and butter, the foundation. The problem with this is that it's just theory. So if all you have is theory and you never applied it, you really don't have much. So you want to supplement the videos in whatever area, whether it's math, English, general, life advice, fitness, whatever, and get practice. So this doesn't have to be questions, but let's say for math or English, this might be practice questions. And that's your application. So let's say for the Art of Math, you want to supplement my videos with doing moderately difficult math problems. So that's why I put this in red here. So we have more practice volume, particularly hard problems, moderately. So if problems are too easy, then you're not getting much out of them. I mean, you're gonna master skills, but beyond that you're not going to get much out of it. If they're too hard, then you're not going to be able to do anything, so you're not going to grow. So there's a sweet spot of difficulty. So it has to be just difficult enough such that you're challenged, but not so difficult that you have no shot at. Alright, so you want to supplement these videos with doing a lot of applications. So for the Art of Math, there's a wonderful website called The Art of Problem Solving. I just abbreviated here. And let's say you're a 9th or 10th grader, if it's in the US, you know, there's the American Math Competition, the AMC 10, if you're 9th or 10th grade. There's the AMC 12 if you're 11th or 12th grade. If you're like in 7th or 8th grade, there's the AMC 8. There's all sorts of competitions. So if you're not in the US, it doesn't matter. Just find a competition. And you could, just because these are American math contests doesn't mean you can't look at them. You could look at like Chinese math contests, Russian math contests, Indian math contests, doesn't matter. So find some math contests that have problems that are pretty difficult for you, but not so difficult that you look at them and you start crying. So, and what these are going to allow you to do is these are going to be sort of like your training ground, the application. They're going to be a random hodgepodge, and you'll see a lot of what we talked about come into play. You'll find that it's not just going to be like super straightforward, like, hey, use this equation in this problem and you're done. So this will really make this come to life. So I want to stress that without application you have nothing. For the English Language Arts, you want to be doing a lot of reading and writing on your own, so you might be doing advanced reading of, let's say, like a publication, the New York Times, the New Yorker, whatever your some college level reading, academic journals, whatever it is, just even fantasy and fiction, whatever you're into, comic books, I don't care. And doing a lot of writing, creative writing, non-creative writing, whatever. So that's going to supplement the videos on the channel. Now, and then as well in the educational principles and general philosophy, whatever I talk about, let's say it's the Myth of Genius series or whatever, you want to be trying to apply that to your life. And you might find that certain things you can apply more easily, and other things not so much, they don't apply to you, whatever. So the bottom line is you want to apply the videos to your life. Alright, now let me say a little about this. So these are some examples. So let's say, I'm not a fan of violence or boxing, but let's just say you're into mixed martial arts or boxing or jiu-jitsu or whatever it is you're into. Let's say you've been punching a punching bag and you've never had an actual bout with somebody or a sparring partner. So the first time you get into a ring, you're going to be completely thrown off and annihilated, basically, because you have theoretical experience against an opponent that doesn't move. Or let's say you play tennis but you hit the ball against a wall and now you have a live opponent. So if all you've been doing is just a theory and you've never tried to do a problem from scratch through application, you're going to totally fall apart. So boxing is just an example to illustrate why you need this application. All right, next. Also, you want to supplement, and I have a video you guys probably want to check out, number 106 in the Art of Math series, where I talk about the importance, I think it's 106, the importance of exploring your own curiosity and random fascinating questions. So in addition to doing this, which this is sort of the meat of it, which is going to make sure you progress and get theory and application, you also just want to have fun. So if all you're doing is progressing, that's great, but we want to make sure this doesn't kill off your interest in a subject. So you might feel like you're getting better. I see this so many times where kids are getting better and better, but parents or teachers, they don't notice that the kid's interest is going down the drain. So you're better off not progressing as fast as possible, maybe a bit slower, but maintaining that interest. This is everything. This is going to make you want to do more and more. And it's the consistency over time that matters. So if it's not fun, you're doing it wrong. That said, it's not supposed to be fun all the time. So there may be a little bit of hard work. You know, you may have to do a few practice problems and you don't feel like doing 5 of them, but maybe you need to do 5 of them. So basically you want to watch the videos on my channel, do some additional practice questions, and explore questions on your own. This can be your own questions, looking at other channels, talking to other people, going outside, looking at nature, just thinking, whatever. So this is just sort of this random bit, just to mix things up. You don't want to always just do the same thing. All right. Now, eventually, oh, and let me talk about this example with the cooks. So I encourage you guys, I mean, if you happen to be starting with my videos, to just stick with my videos for a while and have sort of one main teacher. It doesn't have to be me, but let's just say it's me. You don't want to have like 5 cooks in the kitchen. So let's say you like some other channel, like there's some wonderful channels on YouTube like Number File or whatever, stuff like that, which is a little more unstructured and just random curiosity stuff. So if you're following like 3 or 4 teachers at the same time, you're probably not digesting a lot of information. That's sort of for more advanced folks. So I recommend stick with one main resource at a time, maybe for a few months, a year, whatever. And that's this number 4. So eventually you might want to switch resources or teachers. So let me give you a personal example. So with piano, I play piano. I had a classical music piano teacher for many years, but at some point I wanted to do things on my own and just do compositions or jazz or whatever. So, and the teacher I had was fantastic, but not the best. She wasn't best suited for that part of my journey. So then I did my own thing. And then after a period of time, I realized, oh, I actually want another teacher more for jazz to work on certain things. So then I found a teacher, a second resource. And now, let's say I'm back to working on my own. The point is there's no set recipe. You got to trust your intuition and go with what you feel is appropriate at the time. So you may feel like, hey, you know, like I'm loving Ilya's videos for now and it's good, but then you might sort of get sick of me and say, let me take a break. And then maybe you'll come back to my videos later with a new perspective. So, you know, I don't encourage you every week to like watch 2 of my videos, 3 of somebody else's, 1 of mine, unless you have a specific question you're looking at. So stick with one person or one resource for a while, and that way you can internalize the deeper lessons. So it's not just about, you know, I could show you guys how to solve a quadratic equation or specific techniques, but hopefully you get a little bit more of that. You get some of my style, some habits, you know, learn some. Once you're with a teacher for a while, you learn a lot more at a deeper level. And I know I've learned from a lot of people on YouTube myself. So, but yes, you don't want to just stick with one person for forever. So it's fine to switch resources. Just be careful, you know, do that eventually. Don't do that like every week or every 3 days or something. So I'll kind of leave it at that. And I guess one of the main things is, notice we have all this balance here. So there's the theory, application, then there's the fun. And ultimately you have to trust your intuition. So if you're watching my videos and just like going through them and it might seem like, hey, this is fun, I don't have to do any work, Ilya's doing all the talking. You may want to slow it down and really say like, hey, have I mastered this? Let me go find some practice problems on that topic. Or let me just do some random practice problems. Or let me go, I feel like writing a short story. Or I'm going to go and return to the videos in a few weeks. Whatever it is, basically, this is a little bit of a guide. So hopefully this gave you guys some ideas of how to structure your learning. And you know, I would be doing you a disservice if I said only watch my videos. That's all you need. So while I hope this gives you a very good structured foundation, because I've noticed, I don't want to badmouth anybody, but there's a lot of great information on YouTube and other sources, but it's sort of scattered, and it takes, even like Khan Academy is fantastic, but if you're, you know, if you want sort of like a crash course, I think I do a pretty good job on my channel with that. So I think I can help you guys there, but like I said, make sure you're supplementing my videos with other things. That's really gonna, especially the practice part, that's really gonna help you solidify these skills. All right, I hope that was helpful. I'll see you guys in the next video.